Stop pretending you're above it all. You crave validation like oxygen, and everyone can see it but you. Just admit it, you're addicted to approval from people who wouldn't notice if you disappeared tomorrow. Every time you post, "I don't care what anyone thinks," it's really you begging for a gold star, hoping someone finally believes the performance you can't even sell to yourself. Don't kid yourself that this is some moral high ground or rebellious stance. It's just garden variety insecurity playing dress up as strength. The loudest shouts of not caring. Reveal the deepest need. You say, "You don't care what anyone thinks." Please, lie to someone else because I see right through you. The louder you scream, "I don't care," the more desperately you want someone to believe it, as if repeating it enough will make it true. You love to fantasize about being bulletproof and untouchable, marching through life as if insults and criticism bounce right off you. But we both know the truth. You snap a selfie with a big, unbothered grin and pretend it's just for you, then check for likes 5 times before breakfast. Posting IDGF is just a sad little cry for attention, wrapped in a pathetic badge of honor. Look at what you're doing. You want validation for not needing validation. Congratulations. You've become the philosopher king of hypocrisy. You want applause for claiming you don't need applause. If you truly didn't care, you wouldn't have to announce it to the world. Yet here you are blasting your indifference on a loudspeaker to anyone who'll listen, fishing for praise from an audience that won't even remember your name. It's hilarious how the ones who shout, "I don't care" the loudest are always the ones constantly refreshing their notifications, hungry for any sign that people admire their "I don't care" act, hardwired to seek approval. It's only human. Why are you like this? Because you're human. Your brain is wired to crave social feedback. It's in your DNA. For our ancestors, being accepted by the tribe was survival. Rejection wasn't just a bad day, it could mean death. Even now, your nervous system treats a disapproving look or an ignored message like a threat. That sting you feel when someone ignores your DM, that's your inner caveman panicking that the tribe is leaving you behind to the wolves. Pro tip. Bragging that you don't need anyone's approval is as absurd as bragging you don't need food or oxygen. Caring what others think is natural. It's why you have friends and relationships instead of living alone in a cave. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be liked, but pretending you're above caring, that isn't strength or enlightenment, it's pure self-deception. All that posturing, the humble brags about how you're just doing me or the virtue signaling that you're too cool to care, is just camouflage. You're masking a simple truth: you do care deeply. In fact, you probably care more than anyone around you. Every snide remark about how you don't care, every eye roll at other people's drama is just you trying to convince yourself and everyone else that you're immune to the very things that eat you alive. Fake indifference. Real insecurity. Here's the brutal fact: not caring isn't noble. It's often just cowardice in a clever disguise. You wear this "I don't care" persona like armor, but it's paper thin. It's a costume to hide your terror of rejection and the gnawing hunger for approval that keeps you up at night. You're so afraid of not being enough that you've built a whole identity around being indifferent. But who is that really fooling? Every move you make, from what you wear to what you post to how you carefully craft this image of being above it all, is more evidence of how badly you want to fit in or be admired. Stop asking how not to care. Ask why you crave approval. So you want the secret to truly not caring. Here it is. Stop asking how not to care and start asking why you need so much validation in the first place. The real question isn't how to be immune to everyone's opinions. That's a fantasy. The real question is what void you're trying to fill by begging for approval while acting like you're above needing it. Until you confront that, you'll remain a slave to the crowd's opinions, no matter how loudly you declare that you don't care. Here's a hint. The people who genuinely don't let criticism stop them, the ones you secretly admire, aren't busy posting mantras about not caring. They're out there actually doing things. They have goals, causes, or passions that matter more to them than clinging to everyone's approval. They know some people will sneer or laugh, and they go ahead and do it anyway. They're willing to get mocked or misunderstood because their purpose matters more than their ego, and guess what? That is when real respect happens, when you're not searching for validation but earning it by staying true to something important. Those confident people you envy. They still care what others think. Everyone does, but they don't let the fear of not being liked paralyze them. They don't wear fake indifference as a mask. They choose action and authenticity over performative IDGF poses. If you want real freedom, face the truth and grow up. Admit that you do care what others think. And that's okay, it's human. Then focus on what actually matters to you instead of performing this phony invincibility act for strangers on the internet. When you finally get honest about your insecurity, you can start to overcome it. Only by understanding your craving for approval can you loosen its grip on your life. Bottom line, keep on pretending you're above it all and you'll keep feeling hollow and anxious, forever dancing for an audience that isn't even paying attention. Or you can drop the act, confront the uncomfortable truth of why you need so much applause, and maybe, just maybe, start living for real. Go ahead and keep shouting, "I don't care" into the void, waiting for anyone to clap. Just know that you're not fooling anyone, least of all yourself. Here's the reality you don't want to face. The longer you keep up this act, the more obvious your need becomes. You're not fooling your friends, your followers, or even yourself. Deep down, you feel that pang of emptiness every time the applause fades, every time nobody responds to your bravado. That's the real loneliness. Not being ignored, but knowing your whole persona is just a wall built to protect a fragile ego. The real question is, what are you so afraid of losing if you drop the mask? Approval from people who don't care about you. The comfort of not having to risk true connection. Maybe you fear that if people saw the real you, with all your insecurities and needs, they'd walk away. But guess what? Authenticity is the only thing that actually draws people in. You're chasing acceptance while pushing everyone away with your performance. It's not just you. Our entire culture is infected with this disease of pretending not to care. We reward the cold, the aloof, the self-proclaimed unbothered. And yet we all crave warmth, connection, and realness. We follow influencers who claim to live for themselves and yet measure their worth by likes and shares. We're all running from the same fear that without the performance, we might not be enough. Here's the punchline you've been avoiding. You can never earn real respect, love, or peace until you're honest about your need for them. That means admitting you care what people think. That means letting yourself be seen as you actually are, not just the mask you wear online. Will you lose some approval? Absolutely. But what you gain is priceless. The relief of not having to fake it anymore and the chance to actually connect with people who value the real you. So drop the IDGF act. Try asking yourself, who am I trying to impress and why do I need their approval? Stop performing for people who don't even know you. Invest that energy into something that actually matters. Your values, your passions, your growth. The ones worth keeping in your life will respect you more for your honesty than for any untouchable image you project. Here's your wake-up call. If you keep shouting, "I don't care," hoping someone will clap, you'll only get more hollow applause. If you want to matter, if you want real freedom, start by admitting that you care and choose who is actually worth caring about. That's the only way out of the exhausting loop. Your move.